recording, and we are live. Hey, hello everybody. Back again. This week with the Culture Potion podcast. I'm your host as always, Jonathan. With me again, I'd like to welcome back Neff. How you been?
Hi, good to be back. Thank you. Thanks for having
Yeah, you were sorely missed last week. Me and Noonie didn't know what to
me.
do with each, what to do with
Oh,
ourselves.
Pretty pretty
oh,
much.
And always, my man Noonie, how you doing this week?
Doing pretty good, man. It's good to be here, and thanks for having me as well.
Hey, come on, anytime. Couldn't do it without you guys. Um, I know we had a couple things that we wanted to talk about, but I did want to ask, what are you guys playing this week?
Hmm. You want to start, Neff?
sure. I am still in the Dead by Daylight grind, especially since all the new fun stuff is announced this past week. And I've been playing Animal Crossing. I was away for the weekend, and I had my Switch with me, and yeah, Animal Crossing was played a lot. It's like there's supposed to be a lot of updates coming out for that too, and I was just doing some different things with my island, so you know, that's what I've
I
been
real
cracking out on.
I really need to play that again sometime. Like I need that kind of game in my life, or like a Stardew Valley.
Noonie, what you've
Stardew
been
is
playing?
great too. I have Stardew on multiple systems.
I have started on multiple systems.
Nice. Um, I started to I started up Fatal Frame 2 remake. And that's on the emulator. It was for I think the Wii. Yes, the Wii. I started up that, but I haven't got to play it yet. I'm gonna be honest, like I've been too busy into my book,
Okay,
so I've been reading a lot more lately.
that's pretty awesome.
But
Um,
yeah, I'm hoping to get back on that because I've been trying to have like a Fatal Frame marathon, like with the games in chronological order. So that's the next one, and yeah, so I'm trying to start that up.
that's cool. Honestly, I've been playing. I'm playing Super Animal Super Animal Royale. It's a
What
top
is that?
down. So it's pretty cool. It's a top down twin stick shooter, but it's a battle royale game. Um,
Mm,
but it's like super old school. You know, twin stick controls. But it plays like a simplistic Fortnite. You don't have to build anything. You know, you basically just shooting other characters and picking up weapons and items and stuff like that. But it's super funny. They have their own YouTube show called Super Animal Royale Tonight, and it basically kind of like recaps like really good plays that people have captured and people have streamed, and it kind of adds to the lore of the game, which is pretty funny. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I would suggest if anybody's like even slightly interested in that game, like just if you like old school twin stick shooters or you like battle royale games, I'd give it a shot. It's pretty cool. Um,
that's fun.
I'm still playing through Mass Effect One. Um, and I've been
Oh, the
playing.
remaster. How's it
Yes.
been?
Oh, it's been awesome. That game is awesome.
Yeah. Did they
Yeah.
tweak the gameplay too?
Yes. Thank
Oh,
God.
that's so nice.
Yeah. Because I don't know if I can go. Can't go back and play the old ones, like with the UI and like, it's rough.
You're like, no.
Yeah. No. I tried it once. No. 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 But this one's pretty good. And of course I've been playing Rust. Still playing, even though it's still janky. It's still not perfect, but
It's
um,
janky.
I'm still playing it. It's something about it, and
I played Dead by Daylight, and it's got more bugs in it than like an anthill.
but you know what?
But I play it because it's fun.
Like I've played Dead by Daylight, and I still feel like that game. I don't know it has more time, but that game feels more polished than this one. This one, it just
Oh
like
man, that's saying something, dude.
Yeah, it is. It
You're a
really is.
lifer.
Oh, it's. I feel like I don't know. I feel the same way about it that I feel about Cyberpunk. Like
I was
it's
just
a
about to say, bro, like I really can't talk too much because I'm still playing that shit out of Cyberpunk. So,
dude. I love that game. Like if they fixed like half of the bugs, it'd probably be my game of the year. I mean, I guess it would have to be this year, but because I really love the setting. I love everything about it. I love the choices.
I hope it goes
It,
in the No Man's Sky direction. When No
it
Man's Sky
could,
came out, it was like, why?
yeah.
Why?
I,
And now there's a lot of people who really, really enjoy it. Like they put things in the game that they said they were going to put in.
yeah, and it's on Game
It's
Pass.
right.
appealing to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot you can do in that game. You can kind of like just spend like eons just like researching stuff or building different things. Like I played that game like on a Saturday afternoon one time and just like lost a couple hours in it. It's pretty cool.
I hope Cyberpunk follows that
I
quicker.
think it will. I think it will. But like it's just unfortunate, like because that game is really cool. It does a lot right. It just does a whole lot wrong. And all that stuff that it does wrong is on the bug side. Like you could be playing it and then just fall through the floor, and you're like, oh, well, this is cool. Or and
The
you,
streets don't love you.
yeah, just like, dang, what is going on? And it's so like, man, if y'all fix these bugs, this game would be great. But alas, we're still waiting for that to happen.
John, you're gonna have to tell me the next time you play that battle royale game because I've actually seen the ads for it and it looked interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna be down to play with you next time you play.
Oh, for sure, man. Jump on in. They have duos and squads, so and as well as single player. But um, I've been playing it. So I won my first game. I posted it on my Twitter. Yeah, I won my first game the other day, and I was really psyched about it. Um, but yeah, it's like I always go back and forth. Like I always go back. Oh, I really don't like battle royale games, and I'll end up playing one for like a long time. Or oh, I don't like really hardcore games like a Dark Souls or like a Rust, and then I'll end up playing them for like weeks at a time. Um, and it's just funny to me like those things. I guess they attract a certain type of player who's looking for that.
I was
Like
just gonna say that because I've tried all of them and I just cannot get into it. I
yeah,
tried Fortnite and I tried Valorant and Apex and all those.
I
I
try
just can't get into it.
Apex and
I was playing Apex for a little while, but I don't know, like something just in me stopped. Like I don't really know what it is. It just didn't engage me like after a while.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure why.
People could say it gets repetitive, but
it
you
does get
know,
repetitive, and it's kind
yeah,
of
and DBZ's
heartbreaking.
repetitive, and I still like playing that. So I think you just have to like that style of gameplay.
Yeah, it could be super soul crushing, and it could be super rewarding. And I think you never know
Let it
which
crush
one
your soul.
you you could jump in one of these games and you never know which one you're gonna get. You either like, oh man, this is really fun, or oh man, like that just nothing broke my way. Um,
There was this really decent battle royale game. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like really sci-fi. And it had like this cyberpunk vibe to it. You guys can chime in if you guys know it. But I was into that one. But
Sounds
unfortunately,
familiar.
yeah, and I think it was like with I want to say
Talking
like
about Smite.
no, not Smite.
Okay.
It's I want to say it was like Amazon or like um a weird company that was behind it. But
Mm.
pretty much like it's first person and you normal battle royale stuff. You're going and looking for guns, but also there's like these like what I can how can I say this? Like these cyberpunk powers that you can have. Like one is like you can jump really high or bounce. Like I don't know. It's
oh, is
pretty
that
weird, but
Hyperscape?
there you go. That's it. There you go.
Yeah, I played that for a little
Yeah,
bit too.
I was just about to look it up.
I was actually really interested in that, but unfortunately, I don't know if it was like my LAN cord or the game, but every time I played it, I could only play it like for a few minutes without it like booting me out and telling me there was a connection error.
That could very well be the game. Just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I
So,
think I would blame that on the game. If I
so
remember
yeah, like,
correctly
but
about that game, I would blame it on that game.
okay,
And I
yeah, but
hate to
that's
sound like a hater, but that game is notorious for stuff like that.
really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would explain a lot because yeah, like I try my best to get into it because I was like really enjoying it, and I would actually like sigh like oh, and then just boot up the game again and play for a few minutes just to get booted right back out.
Oh, dude, that's the worst. And that's kind of like you need to have like a steady game, especially for like a battle royale. And I think that's a little bit of my problem with Rust. But and it's a little bit of my fault because I play on one of the EU servers. So the ping is, the my ping is a
On
little bit higher.
Codex?
Yes, because it's the only one with a weekly wipe. And like
Oh,
monthly is a
oh,
little
you
bit
like
too.
that?
Yeah, love it. I think weekly is just enough. Daily is a little bit too much because
Sounds like. Have you tried Tarkov? It's like
no,
Tarkov.
no, but I've heard that it's great too.
Heard it's hard game to pick up, but rewarding. You get the hang of it.
Yeah, it's because that's a little bit harder than Hunt Showdown, if I
Mm-hmm.
remember
I
correctly.
like Hunt.
I
Hunt is fun.
I need to play it more. I try to get into it, and I think I just psych myself out of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I die within like first few minutes, but it's still.
It seems like a good concept, and it seems like a game I would really like enjoy.
It's because you can interact with the environment. At least it is for me. That's the most fun thing for me is interacting with the environment. All the zombies that are walking around. It's a good game.
That's cool. Um, so let's kind of get into it today. I know we said we were going to talk about E3 and like our predictions, guesses, and wishes. But since you brought up Dead by Daylight, let's talk about that.
Okay, we'll talk about that. They had their quarterly. I guess you could say quarterly. I don't know. Session with the developers, and they announced their Resident Evil chapter in detail. They told us who the killer was going to be, who the survivors are going to be. They're going to bring in the Nemesis as a killer, and the gameplay is so fun so far. They after the the live letter, they opened up the test servers, and you were able to go in and play. And the survivors we're getting two is going to be Jill and Leon, and they have some fun perks, and I can't wait. Uh, they have a perk you can put a trap on like a something that we're fixing, a generator, and if the killer kicks it, they get blinded. It's great.
Oh wow.
The coat goes completely in their face. Love it. Love it. Nemesis is cool. When he's on the board, there's also zombies that are on the board that will come and they will infect you with the T virus, which is his power, and they will down you. They can down you. So the zombies can help the killer, which is a very, very new concept for Dead by Daylight and very fun from the test servers.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. So we had Resident Evil, we had to have zombies. So
No, totally
I'm very
agree.
So,
excited. It's adding a lot of new perks to the Survivor side, which is what I play. Uh, that are they're gonna shake up the gameplay and the meta of the game right now, which is fun because no one wants to see the same shit all the time.
Very true.
yeah, I think the fans have been asking for that too, right?
Yeah, because the meta in Dead by Daylight is like you get this one set of you know this one build that is good for every killer, and that's all you see. It's boring. It's boring. Be something different. So, hopefully it'll bring some life back. It's certainly going to bring in new players. That's what happened when they dropped the Stranger Things chapter.
Yeah, I went through and bought That, the Stranger Things chapter, and the
Mm,
Leatherface chapter, and the Silent Hill chapter.
that's cool. Those are good ones. Good survivors
You
on
know,
those.
as soon as like that comes out, we should all three get down on it.
All
Yeah,
right, I'm
I would
down with it.
agree. I can carry you guys. I can put you on my back.
Hey, carry us to carry us to a dub. That's awesome. um, yeah, I haven't played that game in ages, but my brother has been like playing it since the beginning. Um,
Yeah,
Yes,
like
it's
I
tough.
feel like it's been some months for me. Like I haven't played that in quite some months. Like I normally like get on, play a few rounds, and then end up stopping.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm lonely and have no friends.
Oh,
damn, damn. Well,
Damn.
damn. I
But
don't
no,
know.
but
anyway,
yeah,
when a gaming play comes out with a big update, it gets you makes you hype for it again.
yeah, right.
That's always the best when like a game that you actually enjoy comes out with an update. And you're just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but since it's three of us, I'm gonna segue into our next part. Have you guys tried out Knockout City yet?
No, I haven't actually.
It's super fun.
That's
Super
exactly what
fun.
I've heard. I haven't tried it either.
It's easy to play. It's easy to pick up. You know, you can get to a point where you're pretty good. The only thing I would say, if you're playing by yourself and you get matched up with a group of newer players and you get matched up to like a team of three, because it's 3-on-3, at least for the modes I play. I know it's another one that's 4-on-4, and there's a couple 2-on-2 ones, but I usually play the 3-on-3 team KO. If you get matched up to an experienced team, you're probably going to get like mopped. It's just is what it is.
What do you
Uh,
play it on?
so I play it on Xbox, but it's crossplay with everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so
You have me at crossplay.
yeah, it's cross. Do crossplay site select site. You know, slight deviation from the plan. Crossplay is the way of the future. Like all games should have
It is.
crossplay
Absolutely.
from now on.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous that they don't. And
It gives life to the game, you know?
yeah, and like you shouldn't have to buy the game for especially a multiplayer focused game. You shouldn't have to buy it for the system that your friends are on just so you can play with them. Um,
Right.
because what if I want to play on my computer and my daughter wants to play on my Xbox, and we want to play the same game? Like we should be able to play together. Or she wants to play on the PlayStation, or on the Switch. Like, um,
Well, it
definitely
I
opens it up. It opens it up to people who only have a Switch or only have an Xbox. You
right.
know?
I agree, and it's the new alternative. Like, cause it's like there's not too many couch co-op games these days, right?
No,
Like, so I feel like that's like the best alternative. Like, okay, then just let everybody play with one another on these different systems. Then it's the next best thing.
honestly, once Call of Duty did it, I really was like, all right, this is gonna be the next wave. Um,
I hear what you're saying. It's gonna take a big game like that
mm-hmm.
where it's like, oh, okay, like so now the big dogs is doing it. Like now there's like no excuse for like any of these other games not to incorporate it.
Yeah, because that's honestly that was how I kept in contact with a couple of my friends, just like playing, COD, like playing Call of Duty, on on weeknights. Like, all right, you gonna jump on? All right, I'm jumping on. Like, all right, my kids just went to bed. I'm about to jump on. And like I have an Xbox, they have a PlayStation, and then like my sons, they they play Warzone, and my youngest he has the one that just graduated from high school. He has a Xbox, and the older one he has a PC. So they can play together, and then or just like me, like my cousin plays it on his PlayStation. I have an Xbox. We can still invite each other to the game. We still can play. And like with big games like that, I think it just helps the community, helps keep the game alive. When
Right?
it's
Like how many times like you've had a conversation with someone, you're like, oh, I got that game too. Oh yeah,
uh
yeah, cool. We should play it together. Then it goes, what system you got it on for? And then it just stops there.
right. Oh, I got it for
Like,
PC. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Same.
Dang. I got it on PlayStation or I got it on Xbox. Um, but yeah, that aside, crossplay is a feature. Back to Knockout City, that game is super fun and it's super easy to play. Um, it it's free to play right now. I'm still unclear on how that's going to work out. I know they extended it for another week or so. Um, and game's like $20, which is honestly, I'm probably going to buy it because the fun I've had with it just it's super fun.
Worth your $20.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the 20 for me.
That's
Um,
fine.
but it's free to play, so you can jump into it, see if you like it. And I just downloaded it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna check this out. I heard about it. And like once I really got the hang of it, which took like 2 games, and you can go through the tutorials and they'll teach you little like tips and tricks. Basically, you only use 3 buttons. Well, 4 buttons. One to jump. You can double jump. You can throw the ball, so it's like dodgeball. And you can catch the ball. Pretty much it. Like you can do some advanced things. You can pass. You can turn into a ball yourself, which is awesome. Because if you hit somebody with a teammate that's a ball, that's an instant KO. Everybody has 2 health bars. Um, but when you turn into a ball, if your teammate holds you for long enough, you turn into a bomb, and then they'll throw you in the air, and you can kind of like pick where you want to land, and wherever you land, you cause mass
that
splash
sounds
damage.
badass.
Dude, it's so awesome. The first time I did it and like got 2 people, I was like, yes. I mean, there's other things you can do. Like I know I said you only need 4 buttons. To pick up the game, you only need 4 buttons. The master, you got to get all the controls. But um, you can like dash and like you can like somebody's throwing the ball that you can kind of dash through the ball, and it's kind of cool. And it makes you
Sounds fun.
feel like really badass about it. Like oh, like all right, you threw this ball at me, I just caught it and threw it back at you and knocked you out. What you gonna do? Um, but yeah, I would definitely recommend like if you have friends who are interested in it to like get them to play with you. Um, because it's fun when you roll as a crew. I haven't done that yet. I haven't found like 2 other people. Hey, it's 2 other people. Oh, you guys should download it so we can run as a crew.
You just found one.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, man, I'm telling you, it's super fun. I highly recommend it. I think it's cool.
And you
Um,
said it's only $20.
it's only $20. It's free right now, so you can play it for free. And they're extending
Nice.
it for at least a week. So definitely, if you're even remotely interested, if that like slight plug made you just perked your ears up, like you should definitely check it out. Highly recommend it.
Right after the stream.
Yeah, definitely download it. Yeah, it was fun. It was so funny. Like I was playing it. Like I think it was after work one day, or maybe I was off or something. And my son saw it. He was like, "Dude, that looks cool." He's like, "Yo, I'm about to go download that." I was like, "All right, cool, go download it." And so he goes up and downloads it, and he says, he like sends me a text. He's like, "Hey, like you in a game? Like we should play." I'm like, just went to go do something. Um,
Oh no.
but yeah, no, highly recommend. Highly recommend.
Good
Um,
stuff.
so that comes to our main section for the day. Um, what are you? So let's break this down for a couple ways. I think first we should talk about what do you think is going to be there. What do you think that start with Nintendo. Um, because I think I have a slightly interesting answer for that. But what do you guys think is going to be there?
The new system.
Totally
New
agree.
system. The Pro. It's coming. Gonna give it to us.
Mm.
So you
So
said
then
Pro.
games start looking like poo poo.
Yeah, I'm not going to go on Nintendo's resolution because that's not fair. Um, but anyway, what do you guys think the name of it's going to be?
I don't know. They're so
Um,
basic. They're so
it's gonna be
basic.
called Switch U.
Switch,
Oh god.
dude. I'm rooting for Super Nintendo Switch. I just call the Super Nintendo Switch. Like, just do it. Just do it. Like, I think Super Nintendo is my second favorite system after the Genesis. Like, the Genesis is the goat for me, but Super Nintendo is the second. Just call it Super Nintendo Switch. Get it over with. Or what they call it, Switch Advanced. I don't know. Super Nintendo Switch is
That's
mine.
actually I would not be surprised about any of those names actually.
It's gonna be basic like Switch Pro. They have no imagination.
Yeah,
But they
them and
used to.
Microsoft kind of got that in common.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. Um, but Nintendo used to. It's just like they got to a point where they're like, y'all will buy it.
Yeah.
Slap a neighbor, who cares, y'all?
Dang.
Y'all will buy it.
He's not wrong, but did you have to put it out there like that?
I mean, it's kind of obvious, like especially like with all the stuff that they're doing. Like they made the new, they upgraded like so many games to HD. What was the Zelda game they just updated? It comes out this year. For the Switch.
It's like the second Zelda game, wasn't it? It was like
Uh,
one of the sprite ones.
I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically like, all right, here's the same game, $60, go buy it. It's on the Switch. It's
I feel like that started like after the Wii. Like after the Wii, they got very like confident. Like, yeah, we're Nintendo. Who cares?
yeah, you're gonna buy it anyway. You're gonna cry about it, but you're gonna buy
I
it.
mean, I've purchased some of them
I've purchased a lot of them.
just
like,
because to play.
like I got the Super Mario 3D collection for Christmas, and
Yeah,
like they really didn't do anything special, but I really wanted to play Sunshine and and Galaxy and Super Mario World 64. I mean Super Mario 64, and it was just like, well, I guess I'm gonna just pay 60 for this. just it's it's they
That's the
didn't.
collection you can't buy anymore, right?
Yeah, you can't, but they're still in stores. Like, because
Okay.
I've had that like internal like, hey, I should go get another copy of this just to keep it around because it's gonna skyrocket. But it's still in stores. It's like $50 at Walmart right now.
Nice. As far as other stuff, it might be too early, but I heard this like a rumor that I think the next Donkey Kong game is gonna be made by the same creators who made Super Mario Odyssey. I don't know. It might
nice.
be too early for that though, but we'll see. But I kind of got my money on that as well.
I heard that as well.
I think
Because I hope for it. And they can't tease me like that, can they?
uh,
Right. Right.
I mean it's Nintendo. You never know.
Oh, don't say that. I heard.
But the idea of having a new Donkey Kong and it's getting like that much love, like that sounds incredible
That's one of my favorite franchises. Like, it's up there, top three. Easy.
yeah, I,
for sure.
I think that was the one of the best platformers they've ever made. Like between that and Banjo Kazooie, um, yeah, even Conquer, man, N64 had a run of
Oh, don't
really
get me
great.
started on Conquer. Like I'm still wondering where he's at.
Yeah, that ridiculous. Um, yeah, through Donkey Kong Country was probably like my favorite. I remember like playing through that on Super Nintendo and just like getting to
That
the
was the best Christmas.
oh my god. Yeah, and just getting like super upset and frustrated at the minecart levels. Um
What are
man,
you talking about? Those are the best levels.
man.
Oh my god. The water levels were the cringe.
All right.
Man.
Hold on. I know we're going slightly off the script. Is there a game with a good water level? I think
No,
the answer
because
is no.
another painful one is the Ninja Turtles game for
Oh
Nintendo.
God, you're giving me
The
flashbacks.
water levels where the thing shocked you. Oh my god, they can go eat a bag of.
I think I'm having a panic attack now.
I just want. Hey, I just had to get that out there because the
Mm,
answer is no. There's no good water level.
it's just no.
None.
Okay.
The second worst is the ice levels. There are no good ice levels. Water levels, ice levels. Especially like when they have to do the stupid like, oh, you're gonna slip. Like, oh, this sucks. Like especially in the platformer, call it. Just
You ever play Overcooked?
yes.
So, fun facts about myself: I love Overcooked. Like, love it. Why? Whose bright idea was it to put an ice level in Overcooked? It can go. Mm, mm.
Funny. I have a funny overcooked story. Me and my daughter played that together and really realized that we can't play together. That that game that game is second to Monopoly in ruining friendships. Like you really know how close you are to somebody if you can play Overcooked with them and not get frustrated. Like that game, like I love that game. Love the concept of that game. I love their new game moving out. Like great, great games. Um, but man, like you really have to have teamwork.
You really do.
Because if you
I
don't,
need a squad of raiders to go in there and play.
um, but back to E3. Noonie, did you have anything else for Nintendo?
Not really. You took me out, you took the other one out of my mouth pretty much. I was gonna say the Switch Pro or whatever it's gonna be called. Those two. That's what I'm banking on. Other than that, I feel like maybe we'll get some surprises. I'm just praying to God that nothing gets leaked out for Nintendo. Um,
Yeah, unfortunately, I think both Square and 2K. I know 2K for sure got whole like thing got leaked. I was just like, ooh, that's unfortunate. Um,
That's awful.
yeah, just like, and I get it. People want to know what's going on, and people, like get really excited about these things. But that sucks. To people plan for E3 for 12 months. The planning for the next E3 starts right
Mm.
after they've had their show on this year's E3. So that sucks. And I'm not really going to get into like what I've heard. They've had some cool stuff, and it's just unfortunate, man. Like that would have been a really good thing. There are a couple things that are going to be really awesome, I think, and I can't wait to really like watch the show. But it's unfortunate it got spoiled like that, and I hope that doesn't happen to anybody else.
it's always unfortunate. Like imagine how surprised you would have been, like had you never known, right?
Right,
Like so, that kind of takes the magic out.
right. As far as Nintendo, I mean, outside of the new system, I think that they're finally going to show Metroid Prime again. I think it's going to finally be back. Whether that's going to be, and I'm throwing a broad one out there, whether that's going to be a sequel or just a compilation, which knowing Nintendo, it's probably going to be a compilation of the older ones.
I'll still buy it. Those fuckers.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like I told you, with the Zelda game, it's like, God damn it, you did it again, but I'm still gonna buy it. Like you just keep doing this.
I mean,
Like
eventually they're gonna run out of content, but
it's just like every time. Like, all right, I'm gonna give you my money. I know this is the same game I've bought 4 times, but hey, I'm gonna give you my money again. Only game from Nintendo I haven't done that with is Pokemon. But everything else is like, oh, yep, I'm gonna give you my 60 again. It's and you know it, and you're not gonna change anything. The graphics are gonna be slightly updated, but that's it. And I'm gonna give you my money again.
The nostalgia is strong in Nintendo.
yes,
Strong. It's like the
yes.
force.
It's who's buying games right now. That era of Nintendo players is who's buying games now at $60 and $70.
So we talked a little bit about guesses. do you guys wish Nintendo would say? What do you wish they would give us?
Hmm.
If
Let's
you
see.
if you had the monkey paw and you make wishes.
Hmm.
Hmm. I would. You know what? Actually, I got another one, and this goes to actually what I want as well, but also what I think is going to be revealed. Pikmin, the
Oh,
next Pikmin,
I think they'll do
that's a
that.
good one.
because I I could have swore now I could be wrong, but I could have swore I read somewhere like very recently rumors of a Pikmin 4 actually coming out. But
That would be
I gotta
sick.
check my sources because it's been a while. But I'm pretty sure I've read something about that. But that would be my number one wish because I'm a Pikmin fan.
I don't know. For me, I want a Yoshi game. I want a brand new Yoshi game.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Um, I'm a fan of the bad guy. I would love a new Wario game.
it's a good one too.
Like that dude. That dude's my that's my man. Like every time I play either Mario Kart or Smash, I'm usually using Mario Kart. Definitely
Yeah,
use Wario.
they just opened up Super Mario Party to multiplayer online finally. Because
Finally,
that's like the best party game, and it wasn't online for some reason. Nintendo, but now you can play it
Right.
with your
Pretty
friends.
strange though, right?
I know, and now you can play with your friends, which I find fun. Speaking of
Yeah, like
Mario,
I heard that they had to take out like some of the party games because it just wouldn't have done well online. Like I think there was like this dance one I seen where because I
oh
watched the whole
oof,
video on it.
yeah,
oof.
Yeah. So I
So,
mean, and then especially if I remember correctly, I think Switch has or Nintendo haven't changed like the infrastructure of their microphone and headset stuff, right? Like so, I'd imagine it'd be hard to play with others like that.
mm, yeah, you're probably right. I hadn't thought about that. I just read that they opened up the online capability.
That's pretty fun though, and pretty good of them because that's like one of those games like why didn't it have that in the first place?
Yeah,
right, right. I mean that huge missed opportunity on that one.
But yeah, it's great. So now it's here. I don't know if I'll play it. I haven't played Mario Party I think since I want to say the second or third one.
Again, that's like this is another game I have bought on the Switch and just really haven't played. Um, like I had stupid hours in Civilization and Slay the Spire, but on the Switch. But yeah, for that game, I really just like played it once or twice and just kind of like
which
kept it.
civilization?
Civ 6.
It's a good one. I mean,
Oh my god, it's so good,
it's not.
so good. I had to stop myself from buying it third time, four, fourth time. Um, because I have it on PC, I have it on my iPad, and I have it on the Switch.
Use your iPad too. It's hardcore.
Yeah, yeah. It the way they optimize it for iPad, great.
Is it?
Yeah, I even like even my daughter could kind of like, and she's only 12, so she can kind of like get the hang of it on the iPad.
Man, Apple's gonna rule the world.
Yes. Unfortunately, she knows that, and she gives me grief about it all the time. But that's a whole nother discussion. Um,
Oh no, it's okay.
Shouts out to her because she watches the show. So she catches the replay on YouTube. It's pretty funny. Um, yeah. So let's move on to the next. Let's move on to let's move on to Ubisoft. I think that's a
Ubisoft.
I think that's a good one. I'm gonna start with wishes because at this point, if Sam Fisher does not show up at E3, I need to go break somebody's legs. This is ridiculous. Why is he being honest for so long? Like, what? You're sitting on money. What are you doing? Just like they're the opposite of Nintendo. It's like, yeah, we know you guys want this. We're not gonna give it to you though. We know you're gonna pay for it.
They teased everybody by putting him in Siege.
And they put him in a stupid mobile game. I was so mad. Like, come on, man. Damn. Like, this is money. If you want to take a break from Assassin's Creed, which I get, right? You know you want to space these out every other year or every 3 years or whatever. Just make Sam Fisher. It's easy. Like it's money. You're leaving money. What are you doing? Like it's crazy why Sam Fisher isn't back. With that being said, Far Cry 6 looks like it's going to be crazy.
Dude, have you seen the trailer for it?
Yes.
I would highly recommend anybody to watch the trailer for it because it was phenomenal.
I need that dog.
Yeah. Or is it like the first like minute or 3 minutes or something of gameplay? I don't know. Whatever it was amazing.
The backpack missiles had me sold. I was like, oh, this is it. This is it. Like this is, and I really haven't played. Like I played through 4. I didn't play Primal. I didn't play 5. Um, but man, this looks good, and I really like the setting. I'm really into the rebels versus the government storyline they got going on there. But like they had so many things that were cool. They had the CD launcher gun that like played the Macarena. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was that disc gun, right? Like it plays like the music and it shoots out the disc.
Yes.
Like the song, the Macarena.
Yes.
So you said that was your want
Yes.
for Ubisoft?
Yes. I'm changing it from want to demand.
Dang. This guy is.
It just makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. Like, y'all said no money, man. Like, come on. That would it. I know you got it. Exactly. Like Sam Fisher was in the latest Ghost Recon game. I can't remember the name of it. Jeez. And it's really cool when you do his missions. It's like, yo, like, just do this and put Sam Fisher in as the main character. That's all you gotta do, man. Like, people been waiting for this game for so long, and with like the new technology, you can really do some really cool shit with it. But you know, I don't make the decisions here.
You just demand them.
Yes.
Far Cry 6 is interesting. That's what I'm looking forward to for them. The trailer's so good. That dude can be a villain in anything.
He really can. He really can.
Isn't that?
I do believe like that's the first female protagonist, right? Like in the whole series.
I think so.
That's pretty fun. That's pretty cool. I want that dog, like the dog and the little wheels, like that. That's just beautiful.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh man, this game is gonna be cool.
I mean, the alligator's cool and all.
Yeah, but the dog, man, the dog looks like. So I saw it pop up. I was like, yo, yep, this is it.
You got any more, John?
I'm interested in Riders Republic. I played Steep. Steep's pretty fun. I didn't pay full price for it. I'm gonna be honest. I got it on a sale that was ridiculous, and I've been playing through it. It's pretty cool. So I'm really interested to see what they do with Riders Republic. Again, like, come on, man. Like, just bring out Sam Fisher. All you got to do is say Splinter Cell, so sew the goggles, and print money. Like, that's it. I don't know. I think like for like the last at least two like E3s, me and my brother were like, "Yo, come on, Sam Fisher. Now, where's it at?" And he just hasn't showed up. And you're just like, ah. Like last year, which is last year was a weird year. for video game announcers. Everything got out of whack because
For everything. What are you talking about? For the globe.
yeah, just whole globe off his axis. But um, I know me and my brother were sitting watching, their summer presentation. I think it was called um, Ubisoft Forward, right? I think that's what it was, Ubi Forward. Um, and we were both sitting there like, all right, so he's gonna show up at the end, right? And looking at him, he's like, yep. I'm like, yep. And then it comes, and we're both like, damn it, come on, like that's all you gotta do. I'm sorry. I know I've been like talking about this for a while, but it really pains me in my heart, man. I take it personally that Sam Fisher hasn't showed up. It hurts, hurts bad.
So before we move on, your reaction, Sam Fisher, new game, Splinter Cell.
Oh, dude, dude, I'm gonna be like, dude, I'm gonna be like that trailer when they showed Smash Brothers at the Nintendo play. People screaming, jumping on chairs. It's just like I'm on the
Is
couch.
that you
Just
at
like,
home too?
yes, that was. The funny thing is, I was watching. I was at lunch at work when they announced Banjo Kazooie for Smash Brothers. And I'm like, yeah! And my coworker's like, yo, this dude right here. I was like, yeah.
They show they show Sam Fisher, and for you, many manly tears will be shed.
Right. Right. It'd be E3 or James all over again. Um but yeah, what are you guys looking for? So we talked a little bit about Ubisoft. Let's move on to Microsoft. They're gonna be really interested in this year. Um because there are two games that are definitely gonna be showed. Um One being Halo Infinite, which I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do. It was supposed to come out last year, and now it's gonna come out this year.
It better be so good.
Yeah, it has to
Oh,
be
I'm sorry.
awesome. Yeah, it has to be awesome. It's gonna have free multiplayer. That's gonna be crazy. The other game, however, is gonna be Starfield, and I'm really curious to see what um what Bethesda's gonna do with that game. See
Same
what it is.
actually. Really big fan of that company, and Fallout's and the Elder Scrolls. So and then you're telling me you're making one about space. Like, yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah, same. Like as soon as I heard, like I was like, oh, space, like we're doing like Fallout, like Elder Scrolls in space. Oh, I'm in. You know, um, yeah, sign me right on up. And I you hear a lot about um Microsoft's an interesting one because I feel like they always have to prove a lot. You know what I mean? Like they always got to knock it out of the park. So, and now that they bought Bethesda, the expectations are just keep getting bigger, especially for like everybody's waiting for Starfield. Like Todd Howard really can't miss. And I know like a lot of people were disappointed with Fallout 76, even though I heard it's gotten better, and I played it, and it seemed like it's gotten better.
Out of all the presentations, Microsoft might be the main one that has me curious, and I feel like it's because I feel like they're playing their cards like close to their chest with this one, and I just really feel like that they're gonna end up blowing our minds. At least I have hope.
Yeah,
They need a game. They need a game badly, I think, personally.
yeah. I mean, Starfield looks like it's gonna be exclusive, so I mean, if that game, I'll say this: Starfield looks. If Starfield is what is going to be what I think it's going to be, and great and everything, the next thing I would be really interested in seeing, and I know it's not this year, it's not next year, it's probably we're probably looking at 2023, 2024 for the Elder Scrolls 6. If Starfield is as good as I think it's going to be, I think when they show Elder Scrolls 6, it's just going to blow everybody out the water.
Right. Like I believe I read somewhere like they were working on the game for a while. Like it was kind of like their passion project pretty much. Um, and so hearing that and I'm gonna be honest. Like, even if the game is just like Elder Scrolls with just a space paint, like I'd still love it. You
Yeah,
know, but
yeah. I
but
mean,
I
I'm also a guy that puts stupid hours into like Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, and Skyrim. Like stupid hours on different systems.
right.
Um,
Right, like, but like you were just earlier saying, like I have like really high hopes for it. Like I think they're gonna do something a little bit different with this one.
I don't know. Their whole strategy for video games right now is pretty like just different from what if anything we've seen. You know, you got Game Pass. Um, you got X Cloud where you can play game. You know, Xbox games on your mobile phone and on your PC now. Um,
Actually, the mobile app for iOS, just to throw that in there, is amazing. I have to say,
yeah,
it's really user friendly on even on. I have a iPhone 11.
I bought a Razer Kishi just for that for my iPhone,
Yeah,
and
and you
that's
can sync up your Xbox controller to your iPhone.
oh yeah. So I mean they made ways to for you to get into the ecosystem without an Xbox, which sounds
Yeah,
crazy.
no, it's true. That's why I have Game Pass and I don't have an Xbox.
Yeah, just like Game Pass alone, like as you know, my daughter was always like, "Oh, Dad, we're going to play." I'm like, "All right, we'll see what's on Game Pass," and like, especially because they got EA Play on there. Like,
Yeah,
my daughter
and a lot of Sims
loves.
games are available on EA Play. I don't know if people know that, but
Yeah,
that's why I like it.
my daughter loves The Sims. Like, she made the whole family in The Sims, which is hilarious.
I
Um,
love it.
yeah. Um, but yeah, just what they're doing is just like crazy, out of left field, but it just might work, man. It's crazy. It's changing the way that games are being played. Like even me, like I go, like all right, what's dropping on Game Pass this week? Okay, cool. Let me try this game out. Oh, I really don't like it. I didn't sink, 40, 50, $60 into it. All right, I could just uninstall and download something else. Like a couple games
Yeah,
that I had like that, like No Man's Sky, a couple, but maybe about a year ago. I was like, all right, let me just try it out. Okay, this is okay. Glad I didn't, spend a whole lot of money on it. Um, Let me try something else. Oh, you got MechWarrior on here. All right, cool. This is cool.
yeah. The library itself is worth the money, especially if you're a gamer on a budget.
Yeah, which
Because
is
you go there
nothing
and
wrong with
say,
that.
"What should I get? Get Xbox Game Pass."
Yeah, and just like, all right, just and then like this year with them dropping like Outriders, like which was a game that I was interested in, but I was in like, oh, I need to go and pre-order that, or I need to, spend $60 on that. And I just got Game Pass and it showed up, and I was like, oh, this is cool. You know, go ahead, Nini.
It still just blows my mind that like I'm pretty sure they haven't changed this. It's been a while since I jumped on Game Pass, but like the idea that you can like play the first party games like day one, like that's incredible to me. And
Oh,
for sure, like the biggest selling point, right? Like so, I don't know. It's just I love those consumer friendly decisions like that. Like so, I mean, we can all say, Stadia when it first came out, it was a letdown, but I mean, it's doing far better now. They definitely have are coming back. But for me, the only reason I didn't care much for Stadia is because I was looking for that Netflix for gaming, and it definitely seems like Microsoft has been directly going that way, and that's great for me.
The one thing I will say, I wish, and I really hope for my pocket's sake that they come out with a family plan for Game Pass. Like
Mm,
that's the one thing I think that would be that's what they're missing. Like Game Pass Ultimate is what $15 a month. So they told you like 25, and you could throw like two more accounts on there. They'd probably like rule the world because I'm paying for mine and my son's, and and soon my daughter's also. Um, just because she likes The Sims. Um, I think that is what they should do to try to figure. Even if it was 30.
you know who does that good? Nintendo.
Yes,
Nintendo, I pay for a yearly sub, and I have 5 people on my subscription.
Yeah, that's the one thing I can give them where they were actually like looking ahead and we're
Yeah,
like, yeah,
it's economical, and actually, that library is quite extensive as well. They also put a game library on there.
yeah, they have a lot of the I like the Super Nintendo library on there.
Well, yeah, they have all the old school Mario games. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a huge Super Mario World and Super Mario Brothers 3 fan. Like those are my
Hmm.
two favorite Mario's. Um, and honestly, I could play those any day of the week. Like they're just fun to me, and it takes me back to my childhood too. So that nostalgia factor is a big thing, but it's just fun.
Yeah,
It's just fun.
that's a whole tangent.
Yeah. Um. So, what for Microsoft? What do you guys think? If you could, like, again, bringing up the monkey paw, um, what what would you do? Like, what would you bring back from them?
Hmm.
Mm. Well, we were talking about Conquer, right?
Yeah. Hey,
Because I think
conquer.
they have the rights right now, right?
Yeah, they have the rights to conquer.
Yeah, so please, a new Conquer.
Dude,
Like if I could have anything.
I know that they've talked about not doing old IP, but
Ooh,
Lord, please just get like conquer in the hands of Double Fine. Like that's an instant. Like that game would be hilarious. Cause everything Double Fine does is funny as hell. Um, Psychonauts was hilarious, but great. Brutal Legend was amazing. The only thing about Brutal Legend I didn't like was the stage battles. They got way too hard, way too fast. But um, that game was awesome. And just let them rock with Conquer. They could do it justice. I know they could.
hmm. You know what? Wasn't he featured in like a game not too long ago? I want to say it was like maybe I'm thinking wrong, but I could have swore like they had like uh I think it was like Banjo Kazooie too. Like they had like old characters like that come back, but it was like for like some random like kids game.
Uh,
I don't know, I have to get back on that. But no, that's mine. And that's sad. Like if that's their whole thing, like they don't want to do old IPs,
no,
which is
that's
unfortunate. But
no. Microsoft didn't say that. Microsoft is going crazy with that. Double Fine said they didn't want to do old IPs.
oh, I see. I
Mm.
see.
I mean, those Tim Schafer is a damn genius. Like, and he's super funny, and he's not even trying. Like, he just that's just who he is. So I'm glad he found somewhere with a budget, with endless money like Microsoft that is gonna let him do whatever he wants to do. Because I think that's when he does like the best work. He has the budget to do it. Neff, what do you think? What's your hopes and dreams for this one?
Um, Honestly, every time I think of the Xbox, I want another Tricky game. SSX Tricky.
I would.
That was one of my favorite games ever on the Xbox.
Well, you know
Snowboarding
what?
game.
If I'm remembering correctly, they're gonna bring back the EA Big label, which Tricky was under.
Oh,
Um, so they gotta bring
yeah.
that back.
I
That
would
and
hope so.
Street.
Or another Fable game. I really enjoyed Fable as well.
Well, they're working on Fable, so that's definitely in the plans. I don't know how far along they are, but definitely working
Mm.
on that. For me, I kind of agree with you, Noonie. Like, I really would love a new Conquer game. A new Banjo game would be awesome. Um, like Microsoft has a lot of stuff that they can draw from. They had and I know the IP rights to like two games I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
mention are kind of like muddy. With one being Mech Assault, and because
Also
that
fun.
My God, that game was awesome. And the
Mecha
other,
Sword is fun as hell.
yeah, the other one being Shadowrun. I even like the like bastardized, you know, early role player, early hero shooter they had for the 360. But the early like Genesis one, the RPG Shadowrun, great. So if they can bring that back, it was cool. Um,
You remember that old game called Blinks?
yeah, that game was great too. I know people hate
Yes.
it, but I love that game, man.
There was a loved hater. What are you talking about?
Man, that game was
What?
awesome.
But yeah, I just wish they bring back their old IPs like that. Like, cause they really have, like you were saying, they really have a lot to go off of. And it's just,
Give us a
uh,
sequel.
right. Like, it's just weird that those aren't being made when there's like plenty of fans for them.
Yeah, yeah. Dang, we're like running overtime, like seriously. Um, but let's talk about one more company that's going to show up pretty interesting at E3 with EA just showing, all they're going to show through in the week is Battlefield, and they have to knock Battlefield out the park. Like Battlefield
I'm
6
I'm
has to
really actually
be.
excited about that.
I am
Like,
too.
I don't play too much Battlefield, but I don't know. Like, this one's kind of got me hyped. Like, I did enjoy the last one. I played it for a bit. Um, I guess you could say back in those days, like I was more Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Until like a cousin of mine kind of got me hip to the Battlefield series. But
Battlefield has a different feel to it. It's more team based, squad based shooter. And I remember when Xbox One first came out, and I got Battlefield 4, and I played that game something ridiculous. Like, being able to like blow up walls, and like that game was just awesome, and just going in as a team was pretty cool.
like, and then the vehicles, like that was amazing to me.
Yes,
And then
sir.
you can fly, and I don't know, it's wild. Like coming off of, I'm just being honest here, like the same constant shit that Call of Duty does. Like it was mind blowing to me, that you could do all this, and it was still like a very, as you were saying, like a team based shooter, and you could destroy these walls and buildings, and like I'm like wow, like how did I not know about this game before?
Yeah, that game. I think Battlefield has a lot to prove. They've been gone for a while. Call of Duty and video games in general had their best year ever last year. Um, so like, they gotta come out strong. And Call of Duty, like I said, like me and my friends play Call of Duty, and it's so easy to jump into that, and it's kind of taken over the shooter market. And like this year, you're gonna have some serious competition. Battlefield is coming back. Halo,
Overwatch 2.
Overwatch 2, which I'm interested to see some more about. Um, Halo is going to be there, and with the rumor is it's going to be. I don't know how true it is, so don't like take me for gospel or whatever. But they're going to have a 50 on 50 mode, which even if they
So
like,
spicy.
even if they
Bring
just
your
do.
internet connections here for challenge.
Yeah, go out there like T1 lines, like
Oh no. Who's got fiber, bitches?
right. Good luck. Don't glitch out. Um, Man, like it's going to be a really interesting year for shooters, and I'm hoping that Battlefield brings their A game or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we're at about almost an hour and 5 minutes, so we should probably wrap it up for the night. You guys have any parting words of wisdom or any final statements that you want to say about E3 before it's the all the craziness starts next week?
No. We'll have lots to talk about, that's for sure. All the shenanigans that are sure to come. couple
I'm just
disappointments.
I'm just hoping for like more fighting games, right? Like I feel like we've been kind of lacking in that department,
No, I totally
and
agree.
and so I just would really like to see a new fighting game.
Yeah, I mean, King of Fighters got pushed to 2022. That sucks, but I get it. A bad game is a bad game forever. A delayed game is just a delayed until it releases. So, um,
Right.
I don't know. I'm really just looking forward to seeing who's gonna bring the innovation. You know,
And wow me.
yeah, who's gonna actually step up to the plate.
It'll
Out
be
of
fun regardless.
out of all the conferences, which one are you guys most excited for?
Nintendo, I think, for this one.
Microsoft for me, but I'm really interested in Nintendo too. To
Mm,
see if they're gonna finally let us know that the Super Nintendo Switch is a thing.
indeed. Well, it was fun, guys. Thanks for having me.
Hey, always, always.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, same for me.
it's been great talking with you guys as always. We'll catch you guys next week. We'll be back. I think we'll be right before E3. It might be a couple things. I was looking at the schedule. It might be two things that land before. I know Battlefield definitely is before we'll record. And I think it might be something on that Thursday. So we'll talk about it. And we'll talk about some more things about E3. We'll try to get into a couple of the other conferences that'll happen. As always, it's been a pleasure. And we see you guys next week.
Later.
See you guys.